right? And everybody being what they are, everybody's a breaking point. You know? And they think they're going to go home, but they don't.
What is McGuinness up to at the moment? You know?
Well, he's still in Ireland Commando scene.
Right.
But there was this is what I was trying to explain. There was a decision taken 4 years ago that McGuinness was going to step back from things on the military side and take a more political role.
Why was that?
Well, what was happening was Sinn Féin wasn't... See the popularity it had, say, if you want to put it in the early 80s, right? It started to wane, right? And they were realising this. McGuinness, he's fairly popular in Derry, right? Because he won the election up there and all that crap, right? So what they decided was that he should have a bigger role within Sinn Féin alongside Adams, right? To try and get the Sinn Féin going, but G up into it, right? So this is what they were grooming your man Sean Murray to take over as OC of the Northern Command.
Right.
And what you basically see now is that Murray has more or less taken the reins of Northern Command.
Right.
And McGuinness is more or less stepped up. McGuinness has still the okay everything, right? But he's more or less stepped back and is more in a political role. But he's still in the IRA, deep there, you know, very deep.
Are you close enough this week to know what the reaction has been within those circles to the Cook report?
In those circles?
Yes.
Well, I was talking to a couple of people today now, but they wouldn't have no connection with McGuinness, right? And they're livid. Obviously, they're putting this thing out that it's British propaganda, blah blah blah. They have to do that, right? They're trying to set up the Cook report, right? But I think with Mrs. Haggerty, before, a couple of other people, I think that was the damaging ones.
Yes, very much.
I think it was going to be super fascist.
They thought it was all going to be Raymond Gilmore because we leaked that to give them a bit of a false sense of security, and they thought that was just the old shit coming out.
Because Gilmore, you see, has been more or less discredited.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You know.
And Gilmore at his time, of course, was dealing with Duxie Doherty and not directly.
No.
With McGuinness.
No. And see, Bino Casey really, he was only there a short while, right? He met McGuinness now and again, but not, you know.
Not ever.
No.
But I mean, there were a lot of other people in there who were quite anonymous.
Yeah, right.
Who were certainly around when things happened. How long were you in the organisation, Jim?
22 years.
Bloody hell. And did you start as, you must have been a young man going back to early 1970, during Belfast?
Well, actually 1969.
You started in 69?
Yeah.
Right. You were around on the 12th and 13th.
Oh, no.
So was I.
Was it?
Yeah. We all did daft things up
yeah.
The Crumlin, the Falls, and the Bloody Shankill, and those
Yes.
happy days. So you'll be quite a young man then?
Me? No, I'm not.
I said
in those days,
yes.
What were you, about 23, 24?
Yeah. You're getting rid of me bit by bit.
You could call it our very poor interrogation technique.
Yeah.
So you obviously rose up through the ranks.
Yes.
So were you side by side with McGuinness?
No. He's the type of person you don't get side to side with.
Right.
He's a very cold person. He doesn't have friends within the IRA. He has what he calls comrades, but he doesn't have friends as such.
Right.
He frowns on womanizing. He frowns on drinking people and stuff like that. Right? He's a very moralistic person.
There's a suggestion that he has a drink problem because his wife seems to buy an awful lot of vodka each week.
I don't think it's him.
No,
I think it could be her.
Yeah, well, I've heard both ways. Both sides have suggested
that would be understandable.
That must be difficult to go to a bed with a man who has so much blood on his hands.
Well, you see, the thing is, these people live in England, you just don't realise. A lot of women who are married there and then don't think of it. You know, their husband goes out, that's it. What they do, it's their business.
Yeah.
We're looking to make a programme to go out this coming Tuesday, and we'd like to have some new material. We've got some, obviously, that we haven't used. Is there anything you could point us to that would, you think, would hurt him further, that he would know we've got right to the heart of things that nobody else knows and we could expose on television? I mean, we could do what we did last week and put the voiceover as an actor with the information, if we could check it out and verify it and corroborate it.
How do you check out some of the things I would tell you?
Well, if you tell them that we've got our own sources.
Yeah, obviously you have.
And other people who might have known about it.
What Jack's worried about is that there are instances which are specific and only specific to yourself.
Yes.
And that you are identifiable by that.
Yeah.
Obviously that has been the situation with everybody we have talked to. And we have been very careful to make sure that everybody in the program, there was no way that anybody could get back to them. So we've been very careful on that. What all those people who we talked to, who are anonymous in the program, who were given a pseudonym, we knew were genuine what they were telling us. But we only took out small bits of very long statements and affidavits from them. So from that point of view, it was,
they can't tell. We already know they've tried checking and they can't find out who these people are.
We're not in the business of getting people shot dead, James. I mean, that's not what we're after.
Well, you see, things that I would be giving you would be people's lives we'd taken, you see.